Hello there guys, and welcome back to a brand new Star Wars Squadrons news video. Now the last few days haven't really brought us any more news, however Frazier, the creative director of Squadrons, did an interview with IGN the other day that reveals a few new details that a lot of people actually haven't seen or heard of yet. Now, I gotta say a big thank you to my good friend Rogue Wolf for bringing this one to my attention. A link to his channel and his website will be in the description for you as well to check out, so I highly recommend doing so. So as for the news as well, there are a few extra details about customization, communication, and even talk of backwards compatibility, among other things. Now starting off today though, it seems as though the game will have to be unlocked in stages. Now it did seem that way from the gameplay reveal trailer as well, but in this interview it seems to back up that point, whereas you start with the campaign to unlock dogfights, and once you have played that a little bit you will then unlock fleet battles. Now what the overall requirements for these actually are, I have absolutely no idea, but I think the reasoning behind this is just due to the complexity of the fact that you'll have multiple different ships and how they'll all be differing from each other. So the campaign will basically allow you to test each ship individually and get to know them, whereas dogfight will ultimately give you the opportunity to really hone in your skills before going into the real test, which is ranked fleet battles. Now you may be thinking, wait Mark, did you just say ranked? Well my friends, yes I did, because Frazier said on Twitter on Monday night that PvP fleet battles will be ranked. AI fleet battles will of course not be, but PvP will. Now this means that the mode should be a lot more competitive than anything else we've seen with the Star Wars franchise so far, and will hopefully give us the opportunity to participate in tournaments or seasons, though I will do a video diving into this much deeper with this information, probably coming this Monday, so be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on that one. Anyway, back to the news. Also confirms that the pilots you create in a campaign will be the same pilots you use in the multiplayer, which I think is pretty cool. I like that you get to create your own unique pilot and essentially take it on a journey as well. And obviously with VR, you really get to genuinely feel like you are that pilot. He also went on to say that the customization in the campaign is somewhat limited. You'll tend to see the more classic appearances in the single player. However, as you go on to the multiplayer, you will unlock and play through that. You will get more options opening up to you. Now, two new pieces of customization as well that I know a lot of people are unaware of is that you can actually choose a voice pack to use for your pilot. Now, I'm hoping you can actually change these further down the line as well, especially if you change to an alien species if you want to. Obviously, as well with the different genders and stuff like that, whether you can actually do that. There was also talk as well about some sort of communication system as well. Whether this will be a ping system or whether it will work how Battlefield does with orders and stuff like that, I'm not sure, but these will obviously go and use those voice packs for that. And the other piece of customization is victory poses. Now I imagine these will be somewhat reminiscent of Battlefront 2, but it's nice to see these coming back as well, as it will be an amazing opportunity to show off your pilot to the other players, and it will also make those customization choices a little bit more important if that's something you really care about. And lastly, on the topic of customization, also said that ships will have paint jobs and decals, so it will be interesting if you could mix and match these decals up with the paint jobs, or whether they'll just be unique. You can have either one or the other. Either way, I'm super excited to get my hands on this game later this year to have a look into the customization even deeper. Now lastly for today, I mentioned backwards compatibility at the start. Now in this IGN interview, said that Squadrons will be fully supported with backwards compatibility features for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, and they will not be selling a specific version for the consoles, which is great news, obviously for those looking to get the next gen consoles. Now whilst there are no plans to sell a specific one for next gen consoles right now, they could obviously very well go and change that further down the line, but it's unlikely that we'll actually see that. Anyway guys, that is it from me today. Let me know in the comments what piece of news got you the most excited, and if you hadn't heard this before. If you want to check out this interview for yourself, then there will be a link in the description for you. And on that note, thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.